We're here to talk about The Penguin, episode 3. We're up to.
Yo,
It came out on Monday. I watched it. I actually watched it on Tuesday. I came home. I was late home, and I was just too tired. I actually watched Terrifier 2, but I'll talk about that in another time. But yeah, I watched The Penguin yesterday, and then again today after work. So I'm prepared to talk about the episode on this Channel 135. So, what was your first reaction to the episode?
yeah, it's because it was more focused on. I found it more focused on Victor, and yeah, no, it was cool. We get to learn a little bit. I think we get to learn a little bit more about the penguin, especially how he treats people. That was pretty. The ending to the episode cracked me up quite a lot. Like, yeah, we'll get to that part anyway. But yeah, so I think we were learning a bit more about the characters this episode. But nonetheless, it was another solid episode too. It's awesome.
Yeah, how'd you feel about this episode compared to the last two?
It probably wasn't as good as the last two, but nonetheless, it was still good. Still awesome.
Yeah, this was more like because I think last episode we were focused on Sophia.
Yeah,
We get to learn a little about her and her character. Yeah, you're right. In this episode, it sort of focuses on Victor a little bit, at least a little bit of his past.
yeah.
And we see where he comes from, and we see his reasons for probably choosing to stay with Oz. You know, being his henchman or his second in charge or his driver.
Yeah.
So we kind of see his motivations and all that, which is pretty cool. I think with Oz though, like we do, because Oz kind of has to have Victor around to help him do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see he's getting to know him on another level now, eh?
Yeah.
Like you remember before he was gonna shoot him in the back of his head when he was trying to dispose of the body of Alberto in the first episode.
Yeah.
But because he's been with him a few days and been doing stuff, helping him and stuff, I think Oz is now opening up a little bit to him, man. Like, getting to know him more, and you can sort of see a beginning of a friendship happening there.
Yeah, that's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll get to my reasons why later.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought this episode was probably not really action packed, but as episode 2, but it had a lot of story come through, and it pushes the plot along. Because I think last episode we saw Oz just picking his battles and trying to. We know what his intentions are, and he's trying to maneuver himself between the two rival families who are at war right now. So, yeah, it's moving that along, and we'll probably talk about the ending because it's gonna ramp things up even more.
Yeah, especially with that like with the John Vitti thing, eh? Like because that was like kind of a loose. I was wondering how because they blamed the bodyguard for the death of Alberto. I thought, okay, what is he going to do with John Vitti? And here you see how he uses that to move things forward.
Mm-hmm.
To get the boat. I mean, get the things moving a lot more forward and see how he can use that to his advantage.
Mm. Yeah, so I enjoyed the episode. Even though it didn't have much action, but I think for us, is it 8 episodes? It's a 6-episode series, eh?
I'm not too sure.
6 or 8, but yeah, kind of like I was thinking about when we reviewed The Acolyte, how we knew it was like 8 episodes or 6 episodes or whatever, and the story was still at the part where how are you going to wrap this up in 2 more episodes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I probably don't want it to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. It's sort of the plot is moving along. So
yeah,
in terms of
it's like really moving.
Yeah.
Like, now he's kind of seen what he thought was Alberto's plan, but now it was actually Sophia's plan for the drug shipment, and now they've got the product, and now they're starting to distribute it. So all of that's happening in that one episode. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I don't think I'll get a sense of how they're gonna finish this episode because things are moving along pretty fast.
Yeah, it is.
Which is what you want, eh? You want
Yeah,
you want it to be fast paced, but at the same time it makes sense.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a good episode. It's probably I think episode episode 2 would be my favorite. Then 1, then 3. Yeah.
yeah. Episode 2. Yep, yeah, I think you're right.
Mm.
Yeah, I would say episode 2 as well.
Yeah, sweet man. So we get into the we have to call this the channel 135 and what the hell happened synopsis. All right. Okay. For those listening, we're gonna spoil the hell out of this episode. If you haven't watched it yet, I suggest you pause and go watch episode 3. And here we go. Episode 3. It's called Bliss, directed by Craig Zobel, written by Noel Valdivia. In flashbacks, Victor is left orphaned after the seawall explosion drowns his family. In the present, Sophia introduces Oz to a new drug that was used on her and other inmates at Arkham. Oz names it Bliss. They pitch to the Triads to help distribute the Bliss, but they refuse to do business with them unless they gain Vidi's support. Oz and Sophia blackmail Vidi into giving them their support by catching him having sex with Luca's wife and threatening to expose him. So after he reluctantly gives them his support, the Triads enter into business with Oz and Sophia. Victor is torn by his desire to leave Gotham and his girlfriend in pursuit of a better life, and staying with Oz to potentially become rich and powerful. He also fears that Oz will kill him if he tries to leave. When Oz learns of Victor's intentions, he admits he genuinely respects him and allows him to leave. Victor chooses Oz over his girlfriend and returns to him, only to find he and Sophia held by the Maronis, who have realized Oz's duplicity. After a hitman can execute Oz, Victor crashes his car into the hitman and he escapes with Oz, but Sophia is abandoned to her fate with the Maronis. And that is your Channel 135 What the Hell Happened synopsis.
Wow.
What a sad, leave it there.
Yeah, and you know what about that scene? It was quick up. They had their heart-to-heart conversation, right?
Mm.
They have the, how can I trust you and stuff. They had their conversations. Oh, I don't know where to go from. Sophia's like, I don't know where to go from here. And he goes, you can just keep on trying trusting me. And then it all goes down, and the man leaves her. I couldn't stop laughing at that. I was like, fuck, did that just happen? So I had to watch it a second time to make sure. And yeah, they just left her. He just jumps in the car with Victor and they take off.
You know what? If you look at the Penguin's plan, right, from the beginning to this point, everything is going according to plan. Until he gets caught by Maroni's wife and the men come out. Okay? Because she reveals to Sophia that something is going on.
Yeah.
Why are they like this to Oz? Is Oz on their side as well? And Sophia's thinking, shit, is Oz playing both me and...
Yeah.
You know, so right there, he's caught, right? He's caught. His plan is sort of in jeopardy at that moment, right? Before he gets killed, Victor saves him, right? And he rescues him, but they leave Sophia behind. That's making it even worse. If his plan is fucked because he got caught by Maroni's wife, his plan is even more fucked by him leaving Sophia behind. So next episode, I don't know what's going to happen because is he going to be on his own again? Is Sophia his enemy now, and he's going to fend for himself between 3 parties? Now there's 3 parties after him. There's Maroni, there's Sophia, and there's going to be Vidi.
Bro, that's why I was cracking up. You know, they were hard out having it. Heartfelt conversation, and when that shit happens, he just takes off, and now that just cleans the slate. So it's like, holy shit, what the hell, man?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Now I don't know what's gonna happen because, he's fucked his plan.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a tricky part to the next episode, where it's gonna go from there. But I just thought, man, what a crack up, dude. But that shows like that guy is a two-faced man. Like the Penguin, he can be this one person that you want him to be, but if it doesn't suit his favor, man, he will turn around and stab you in the back. And I got a funny feeling, I'm just saying it out loud, he might kill Victor. Even though he probably does respect and love that guy, but I think I got a funny feeling he's going to end up killing him.
Well, it brings to question, even, and it'll amaze me how he gets over the facts, because even though he's done what he's done, this is Oz. He's left Sophia behind, and now everybody's after him. We know at the end of all this, he ends up on top. He ends up to be the king of of crime and in Gotham. But the more he fucks up his plan, the more I think, how is he gonna do it? He's like, his stocks are going down again. You know what I mean? Like, how many more fuck ups is gonna happen before he gets on top? Right at the very end, because I can't see it from this point on. I don't know what he has to do now. He's got a lot against him. He's got a lot of people, a lot of power that's against him, and he's just still a one man gang. It looked kind of like, when I said his plans, his scheming was on track because he had Sophia on the side. That's a powerful ally to have. Because it makes sense that he can go forward with Sophia and then stab her in the back at the end when there's only those two on top. But now, like I said, he's got three parties up against him. Like, how is he going to overtake that? Like, it's going to be a situation where it gets worse and worse, and then the last 2 episodes we're going to see
stab everybody in the back.
Or are these parties going to kill each other, and he'll be left with one of the parties to go up against, and then he'll beat them, and then he'll be the last one left standing. So I reckon, I reckon when the stakes are getting higher, because you have to remember, you have to go back and remember that this is a story on how the Penguin becomes the crime lord of Gotham City. But right now he's far from it.
Yeah,
right?
Very far.
He's very far from it. So and we only got like what 4 episodes left. So whether this season, it's not a season, it's a miniseries. So whether this tells that story of how he gets on top, then I don't want it to run out of time before, when things get too far for him, that it takes one episode for him to get back on to be at the top. So it will be like a Acolyte kind of thing, where the story is dragging and hey man, you only got 1 episode left, man. What's going on? Like, how you gonna do it?
It might even probably drag until the next. If there'll definitely be another season, but I can't see it finishing in this one season.
Well, that's the thing. We can't at the moment because the way where Oz is at the moment. But it's and I think this is like a make or break for this miniseries to work.
Yeah.
So when it gets to the point when you have to hurry it up and get him there, get him to the promised land, then I think it's not gonna be good for the story. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Still action packed, so yeah.
Maybe one of the crime families get wasted this season. Maybe that, I don't know. Probably gives him. He might end up becoming second in charge, taking VD's spot. We'll see. Or he takes the whole thing. We just don't know yet. It's just too early in the game. But yeah, that was a funny scene.
Was it your favorite scene in the end?
Nah, I think my favorite scene was the scene with the flashback with Victor
in the beginning.
Yeah, that was pretty freaky with those explosions. Didn't realize how much damage the Riddler did. I mean, you do see it, but to the in the point of view of the people that actually were there inside, with the floods and the explosions, man, that was fucked up. It kind of actually reminded me of the flood at home a little bit.
Right.
But man, that was sad how his friend got wasted, and all that water was just coming down the road.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
see the shock on his face when he tried to ring his mum on the phone, but it was too late.
Yeah.
So like the whole thing I thought about. If you think about Bruce Wayne, how he met Robin.
Yeah.
So Bruce Wayne goes to the circus, and Robin's parents are acrobatics,
Yeah.
the acrobats, and they die. They fall from the top as an accident, and they fall to their deaths. And Robin's a kid at that time, and he becomes an orphan because his parents die. So Bruce Wayne sees this and takes him in, and that's the start of how he becomes Robin. This is parallels the Penguin, because the Penguin is sort of the anti-hero of this program, and his sidekick is Victor, whose parents die.
Yeah.
They tragically die. So the Penguin sort of takes him in and makes him his right hand man. Now, the scene where he's in the restaurant talking to Victor, and they're having that heart to heart sort of thing, getting to know each other, and I think the respect that Penguin has for Victor when he actually asks him about his dad, and he asks him about his family, talks to
Yeah.
him about it. Like, well, what did your dad do? Oh, he was a mechanic, but he had the heart of a chef. Oh, and Oz wants to know. He tells Victor, like, this world is not made for people who live an honest life.
Yeah.
You gotta hustle. America's a hustle. You gotta, you either, work hard and have an honest life, but you never go anywhere, or you take it. So he's putting that picture into Victor's head, but it's great timing because Victor's already had his meeting with his girlfriend again. His girlfriend tells him he's gonna leave. She's gonna leave, and for him to come with him, he's scared to tell Oz that he has to leave, and thinks because he's seen some shit, he thinks he can't leave. He needs every sort of in his head every excuse to stay, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it can't be because he's gonna get killed. It has to be more than that, right?
And he wants that lifestyle.
And he wants that lifestyle. But I think when he has that heart to heart with Oz at the restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a moment where
Yeah.
he's thinking, "Wow, like Oz is actually getting to know me. Like he actually cares about me. He's asking me about my dad and all that." Because Oz knows that his family is dead.
Yeah.
And he feels sorry for him.
It's out of it too, because in that conversation, you don't see Victor stutter as much, especially when he's talking about his family.
Mm.
So you can see that he's happy to tell Oz about it, and Oz knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just can't help it. The scene, I'm looking at the character Oz, that he doesn't really care. He's just making conversation. I don't know.
Well, I think you get it at the start after the scene where we see the flashback when Victor's got his head on the window looking outside and it's raining,
Yeah.
and Oz says, "Oh, can you get your head off the window? You'll just you're putting your grease on my window." And then there's a knock on the door, and Oz says that Sophia's here, and then he gets a call on his phone from Maroni, and he's, "Oh, I got to take it in the room. Can you just let her in and just stall her while I talk to Maroni?"
Yeah.
And Victor's like, "Oh shit, this is like the hangman outside my door." Like, and he has that confrontation with her when she comes in, right? And that's funny because I'm looking at it, and he's sort of telling her. She actually asks him, "Where you from? What do you do?" He says, "I'm a mechanic." And Sophia's like thinking, okay, she's trying to get clues, like who is this guy? And when he said he was a mechanic, I was thinking, maybe she's trying to think if that's the guy that put my brother in the back of the car and drove the car,
Yeah.
So, but it was the scene when Oz comes out again, and then tells the way he talks to Victor at that scene.
Yeah.
That's when I think like he's just using them. He's in his "I'm just using you."
It's funny you should say that, because I feel the same way with Sophia. How particularly in this episode, how Sophia keeps on reminding Penguin that you're nothing but my driver, just like in the old days. I think she mentioned that, and I'm like, oh shit, she's trying to, no, hold it there, babe. push on the brakes. You're still nothing but my driver. Trying to like belittle him, like tell him to recognize that, hey, you're just the same as Victor, bro. They're trying to step up, and you see that throughout this episode, like even from John Vitti when they had that little conversation before, right after Vitti's trying to fuck his fuck their is it Carbone's wife?
Yeah, Tina.
Yeah, and that was crap up, but yeah, you kind of see that like everybody's everybody's telling the penguin, hey, you're just here for entertainment kind of styles, or you're this, you're that, and I think he's getting sick of it. But yeah,
so I thought he was gonna kill.
It.
I thought he was gonna kill Vidi that time when he jumped him in the bed.
Bro,
but he couldn't because he needed him.
Yeah, but that time when he attacked him, I was like, whoa, that just really reminded me of Tony. Especially when he put the knife in his. There was a blade in his mouth. It's like shit.
That was the phone.
Oh,
he put the phone in his mouth. Yeah,
the mobile phone.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so see, so now he's got like he has to watch out now. The stakes are higher now. He's got Sophia knowing he's all bullshit. Vidi wants his ass. Vidi wants him dead. You can tell.
Even the triads too, like they want their money back.
But the only person that probably cannot know about it is Luca because we know Vidi can't tell him because he got caught with the wife, and Vidi can't reveal that he backed them on the drug thing.
No, definitely not.
So they have to hide all that shit from Luca first. So maybe Luca is out of the picture for now. But if you think about it, Vidi's after him, Maroni's after him, and Sophia will be after him too. So yeah, so it'll be interesting what happens in the next episodes. How is he going to get out of this one? Because up until now, Penguin is good at getting out of trouble.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to find a way to get out of this. I don't, because he's the main character of the show. I don't see him dying anytime soon. But it'll be quick up if how he pulls that off. What else is there? John Vitti in court. Yeah, that was quick up. The other scene I enjoyed too was the scene with the cop, with Victor and the cop.
Yeah.
How the officer wanted to push him along. But you're starting to see that Victor's starting to pick up some street smarts, hanging out with the penguin. So,
yeah, that's right. And you can tell Victor was proud of what happened there. Like,
yeah, he was proud. He was telling proud telling the penguin about it at their lunch.
At their lunch, and the penguin was like, "That's the one, man. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You're part of the life now. You're part of the life."
Gotta hustle through.
Yeah. So I think these are the things that sort of help Victor make a decision on whether he wants to stay or not, or stay or go.
Yeah.
So when he reveals to his girlfriend that the guy he's working for is a gangster and that he's lonely, like I didn't pick that up, that he's lonely and he wants me around because he's lonely and he's that kind of thing. I didn't pick that up before, but then sort of makes sense when I think about it. So does he probably thinks that he will never get killed, or he'll not never get killed, but Penguin needs that from him to be there.
Yeah.
And that's why, but I think he needs more than that. I think because he needs more, because now he's faced with a decision now. He's got his girlfriend leaving in the next night, be there at the bus stop and they'll go, or stay. And I think what happens from then on, you can see he's more and more when it's like when you want something, you need some validation that what you want, you're gonna get, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted to be a powerful gangster guy. He wanted to be rich, but he's thinking, man, never gonna go there. And then his girlfriend comes, okay, I may as well go with you because I'm never gonna get there. There's no validation for him. The scene with the cop when he does his street smarts,
yeah,
that's the evidence that he's thinking, oh man, I do have it. Like it is happening for me. Like I'm on my way. I'm on my way there. I just manipulated this cop to get off a ticket or get off being arrested and discovering the drugs in the bag in the car, which is way worse. So he's got validation there, and
and it's
that makes him excited. It makes him excited, and he tells Oz about it. So, and I think because of that, Oz sees that he's getting a little bit of confirmation that what he's doing is right for him. So that's what Oz thinks. That's why Oz starts talking to him about his parents and his father, and that because he sees. Because I think what you really want to see if you have a protege like Oz does, you want to know if he's serious about it. He's not there. You're not there because I put a gun to your head. You know what I mean?
Because you get the sense that Victor's kind of ambitious too. Because that part where he's having the conversation with his dad, like, oh, did you want a better life?
Yes.
Asking for more pay from his boss, and the sister backing him up as well. Like, but his dad was saying like, what we had before is we got more now, and it's enough. But I don't think Victor got it. And then I think he's finally getting it when his girlfriend they have a conversation in Oz's house, and the girlfriend's starting to sound like his dad, and he's kind of slowly remembering, oh shit, I think he probably had the thought, I just wish my family was back. If he had a choice from having his family back to having all the stuff that he wanted, I'm sure he would have taken his family. Probably that's what he thought by going back with his girlfriend, but when he finally got there and he sees her at the bus stop, he chose I think he just said, nah, I can't do it. Nah, I'm going back.
Yeah.
I want to be powerful, rich and powerful.
Yeah, that's right. Even when he got told off by Oz when Oz came in the bathroom and found out he was gonna leave. Give me the phone. I'm gonna read the phone. Like, I think Oz told him, I respect you. If you want to go, you can go. I think that pulled on Victor's heartstrings, even more. Like, first he got validation, then he got sort of like a little bit closer to Oz when Oz asked him about his parents. And then what he thought Oz will kill him if he leaves, Oz, he doesn't.
Yeah, he played it the other way.
Oz says, I respect you too much. If you want to go, go. And he lets him go. And I think that was like, it sort of evened up his decision to go or not go.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think about it. If you think about it, Victor needs all the reasons to go and all the reasons to stay.
Yeah.
Right? And he's just piling it all up. Like, the strong reason was his girl. That was a strong reason. But I think along the way, until the time when he told his girlfriend, I'll meet you, to when he has an argument with Oz in the bathroom, I think he got more stuff on the side to stay, in his head.
He had a bit of some kind of PTSD, when he was on the dance floor for a bit there, and he was reminiscing about the flood.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of pushed him, oh shit, better meet my girl at the bus stop. But then when he has that discussion, like we were saying, with Oz in the bathroom, and I think Oz recognized that he was possibly, shit, this kid's gonna leave. Like, okay, let's play this different. So he decides to play it the way he did, and I think that was enough to get Victor back, like you were saying earlier. So yeah, in the way Oz is just, I reckon he's just way too cunning. It's just, man, he's got a silver tongue.
But I think at the same time, I think Victor is somewhere in Oz's heart.
Yeah.
I think he could have just killed him in the bathroom, but he didn't. He told him, hey, if you want to go, go.
The only way I'm gonna know how cool he is if they show some background story about him and his family. Because I got a funny feeling he's the cause of his brother's deaths. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Because of what I've been seeing from Oz lately, man, that guy. Yeah. I reckon he'll chuck his own family under the bus. except for his mom. We'll see.
Yeah, what was your thoughts on Victor, his decision to stay?
I knew he was going to.
Yeah, because you know what? In the beginning, like when that happened, when they were setting up that meet me at the bus stop, I was thinking, here we go, one of those. It's gonna be one of those endings where he goes and then he turns back, or
turns around and comes back.
Yeah,
I was kind of, oh nah, he's gonna stay. He's not gonna go.
Yeah,
like, nah, you go. I love you, but you go. He didn't even do that. He just watched her go in the bus and then took off.
Because every time this happens in any storyline, it's always a lesson for the guy to make that decision there. And obviously, he's gonna have to stay, otherwise there won't be any story. So he has to stay to keep up the story. But it's sort of like a lesson they learn, and it's probably sometimes it can be bad for that person. Like you should have, because he might die, and later on, and if you look back at that fork in the road, you go off the girl, you would have lived.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't. Sad with his own family though. That was a pretty sad. Yeah, it'll stink. Fucking Riddler.
Sweet man. Have got any more thoughts on this episode before we wrap it up?
No. I think that was pretty busy about the drugs though. Coming from Arkham, I thought there was going to be a bit of some kind of scarecrow coming along, fucking around with the drugs. Like he likes using those hallucinogens.
Yeah.
I thought there might be a bit of that, but I was like cracking up. Like shit. Even the name for the drug, Bliss, man, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, man. Cool. Sweet. That's us for another episode of Channel 145, man. Glad you can jump in. Yeah, man, we'll continue to bring you guys a breakdown for each episode of The Penguin.